Hi students, you need to do a bit of homework and send it to me so I can check how are you doing, if any problems and so on. So I decided to help you with this particular one, which is exercise number 1. It looks really horrible, but don't be afraid. You just take the whole thing, look at it. This is a fraction, a huge fraction, and inside it there are more little fractions. So don't take it everything at once at the beginning, just go slowly by parts. We are taking care of the numerator of the huge fraction. That means the thing I just highlighted in green color. Look at it. We want to do minus, plus, and minus. That means adding and subtracting fractions. When working with fractions, the most important thing is to care about what's going to be the common denominator for the whole thing. So we need to look at that. The first denominator is a minus x, a minus y is the second, and then we see they repeat. The same thing as the first one, but twice. And this is the same thing as this one, but twice. So it's obviously when taking the common factor, we need to take the biggest power. That's why a common denominator, I take a minus x to the power of 2 times a minus y to the power of 2. That's clear. Now, let's work the upper part. This one we need to change because we changed already the denominator of the fraction, so we need to put something which is equivalent. So a minus x to get the whole thing is missing. Once a minus x and twice a minus y. So instead that one, I place this. Now comes a minus because this one is a minus. The next one, which is this, we are going to change for, we need a minus y only once, but we need a minus x twice. There you are. Now it comes a plus. That x we need to change. What is missing? That x to become a fraction equivalent to this one, but with this denominator. Just is missing a minus y to the power of 2. That's it. Becomes a minus now, minus, and now that y we need to multiply by a minus x to the power of 2. We are going to work all that in a minute, but before I also look at the blue thing. That means the huge denominator of the big fraction. Look at the blue thing. We do very much the same. We need to do the difference of two fractions. Look for the common denominator. What's going to be? And again, this guy is in here once, and the same guy there twice. And the same with this one. Twice and 1. So we need to take the biggest factor with the highest power. That means to the power of 2 to the power of 2. Now on top, this one is missing what? A minus y. That's why I place it in here. Now becomes that minus. This other one is missing what? A minus x, which is in here. Now, this huge denominator in here and this huge denominator in here, they are going to cancel each other. Why? Let's look at the general rule. If we want to do a huge fraction, and inside it there are another little fractions. How to work out the new numerator? You just multiply the extreme numbers. What is in the very top and what's on the very bottom? C times P. The middle ones, D and M, produce you the total denominator. There you are. So taking this general rule for fractions in this, because you see there is the same factors, later on they will cancel. So don't worry. What is the most horrible thing in here? In my opinion, the toughest of all is just this. We work it. So this is in here. Let's take it slowly. So a minus x and a minus y twice. And in here again, a minus y and a minus x twice. So this thing from here to there, I'm going to collect common factors. And common factors in this difference, this is the first part of the difference, and this is the second part. Both of them have got common factor a minus x times a minus y. That's why I take it as a common factor. Now, multiplying, and what stays in this first, if I take a minus x and a minus y, stays once a minus y. It's in here. Now becomes a minus, and in this part, when I take the common factors, it stays what? A minus x, which is this one. Okay, there you are. Now becomes a plus, which is this one. Now we are going to work this part. This part, what's the problem? No problem. You just need to expand this square of a difference, which is in here. And you also need to expand using your formula, that one, which is in here. We just do that, and now we are going to multiply all those guys. We will collect similar terms. We will cancel what's possible, taking common factor. So this one, a minus a goes away. Minus y minus x will give you plus x. So all this is this guy in here. Okay? This plus is this plus, and we are going to do all this. So just multiply. You multiply, you get all these things. Now we need to cancel similar things. Similar terms with different signs. It's very easy just to spot that one, and that one goes away. Now, with the thing stays in here, we are going to look for a common factor. A to the power of 2 and a to the power of 2 is in here. So I take the common factor a to the power of 2, I place it like this, and when I take it, from here stays the x, and from here stays the y with a minus. There you are. Now, moving on. I'm running out of colors as normally, so I am taking that orange. In this and in this, I also take the common factor. What's in common there? 1x and 1y. Common. What stays? When take it from here, stays 1y, which is this one. Minus, and here. After taking the common factor, stays 1x. There you are. Now, I keep doing some work in this whole thing. These guys are fine, quite nice. Now, what's in here? I look immediately, and you need to be able to identify very fast equal or similar terms just with a few changes on a sign. And if you look at this, x minus y and y minus x is exactly the same. You just change the sign. How to change the sign? Multiplying by minus 1. That's why this plus I change for a minus, but if I change in here, I do the same change inside, and it's like doing nothing. Minus and minus, doing nothing. Why am I doing this? Again, to take common factor in front of the brackets. Why? Because you look at the whole thing and you spotted that in this part, this factor is in here, and I will also have in here. So now I am taking this common factor because it's everywhere. We have three parts, which are this one now becomes a plus, this second part now becomes a minus, and this is the third part. Is anything in common to three of them? Yes, the factor x minus y. That's why it's written in here common. So multiplying, and now the huge brackets. When you are taking this factor away, stays this and this in this part. Now becomes a plus, good. Take it away from this, stays a squared. And take it away from this, stays x times y. So very, very easy. Now I copy the whole thing. I go back and look at the huge fraction, which was this one. A bit soon, don't worry. No, it's not enough. Down there. You just need to do an effort. So take it easy. This is the main fraction, so I copied in here. Now, the whole green thing, we were just doing. This is the thing. I just copied in here. Now, I multiply by these two blue guys, just using this rule, okay? All this upper thing, which final result is this, you need to multiply by the thing in the very bottom. Now the middle ones, you need to multiply that one and that one. That one you do very easy. You see a and a goes away, minus y minus x gives you a plus. Listen here. I take also at once, because it's very easy, that little one. The one goes to the denominator on the top and the a goes down. Now take everything, look at it, and now the only thing we need to do is just cancel. So there you are, the common things. We start with that guy goes away with this guy. This guy goes away with this guy. And this goes with this. Now, stays something else? Yeah, we need to take care still this down here. Now, equal terms, x, y plus and x, y minus. Just go. The remaining things, they have in common a, there is an a there is an a in this one, there is a in this one, and also in this one. So you do your work, you take common factor a, and we have twice a squared. One, take it as a common factor, stays another one, but be careful, times 2. What else? Stays this x with a minus and stays this y with a minus. There you are. Now we just cancel the final thing, and voila, the final result is that one. Quite easy and quite normal. Now, we just forgot to do something very important. You need to work with algebraic expressions all the time. What's that? The set of restrictions. You can do it at the beginning, but I consider more important to do all the work. So I'm going to do the restrictions now. What means restrictions? Restrictions means look at the mathematical operations in there, and look for the forbidden values of the variables which are making problems. Division makes problem because we cannot divide a number, whatever is a number, divide by 0. No, cannot. Will be problems with roots, square roots, will be problem with logarithms, but just don't mess with these guys, because in our case the only thing we need is to take care of divisions. That means no a single denominator cannot be 0. So we are taking care of this. When this is 0, when a equals x, so we need to ask for the condition a cannot be x. This particular one cannot be 0, so a cannot be y. This one is exactly the same, but twice, exactly the same, and still that guy. So a cannot be 0. These are the set of restrictions, and there you are with the whole thing. You just check it with a lot of patience because it's really tough. It's really tough. So take your time and do it yourself. Bye.